time preparing a sermon, I do what I call an accent test. Those of you hearing me preach for the first time, I just want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. And so to do that, I will say something and see how you react to it. I'm going to tell you the story of this Anglican bishop of the old school who was invited to dedicate, to bless a new sophisticated modern PA system. More modern than this one. Because this bishop was used to testing microphones by doing this. But this microphone I'm talking about, this new PA system, will only take sound. If you touch it, no sound. And so this bishop, using the old method, did that, and there was no sound. So he thought he was speaking to himself when he said, there is something wrong with this microphone. And the Anglican said, and also with you. You can understand what I'm saying. So I can start my sermon now. Again, Jesus asked, what shall I compare the kingdom of God to? It is like yeast that a woman took and mixed with a large amount of flour until it worked all through the dough. I had a very enthusiastic guest preacher at the St. Mary's Cathedral today. At some point he told my congregation, who's not used to repeating after the preacher, I want to try it today. Say with me, it worked all through the dough. To use that. Our fathers, we will have to have a clergy conference to begin to use this method. Don't stop using it yet. But I just want to underline the part of the verse I want us to take home with us. Fekiwa, my dear friends, is to ECOWAS what AACC, All African Conference of Churches, is to the AU. Fekiwa is the West Africa community of Christian churches and Christian councils. Whereas ECOWAS is the economic community of most of the West African states. The Gambia Christian Council is a founder member of Fekiwa. In fact, Fekiwa was inaugurated here in the Gambia nearly 20 years ago. The Republic of the Gambia, as we all know, is a founder member of ECOWAS. The Liberia nationals will always remember that it was during an ECOWAS meeting here in the Gambia that ECOMOG was instituted. A decision that arguably marked the beginning of the end of your civil war. Friends, the reason why I mention the Liberian delegation in particular is this. In spite of the pretty rough time some of you delegates, especially from Liberia, had on Friday evening at the Banjul International Airport, I wish to assure you, especially Liberian delegates in particular, that good things continue to take place in our nation. And it is my own hope and prayer that Fekiwa's active participation in the 2013 Churches Week for Action of Food and Nutrition, which coincides with the World Food Day, will produce positive and durable fruit in this critical time. The food an agricultural organization, FAO, of the United Nations, came into existence on October 16, 1945. And that makes FAO 68 years old. For nearly 7 decades, my friends, this UN body has been committed, among other things, to combating hunger and malnutrition and their accompanying menace, poverty. The establishment in 1979 of the observance of an annual World Food Day instituted a mechanism for massive global awareness building. On World Food Day each year, the 16th of October, since 1981, a different theme was chosen to set a common global agenda on which to focus each year. Last year was agricultural cooperatives key to feeding the world. And this year is sustainable food systems for food security and nutrition. Now, the churches of West Africa are not only going to stop at praying for a successful World Food Day 2013, important as that is, but we have decided to get involved and to do our quota in raising awareness of the plight of more than a sixth of the world population who go to bed hungry every day, every night. Yes, my friends, over 1 billion fellow human beings, male, female, young and old, suffer from hunger daily. And as one FAO personnel puts it, and I quote, while some of us waste food on the table, a big number of people have not a single crunch of food on their plates, unquote. Prayers for the poor and hungry are good, but action taken to expose the root causes of needless hunger, malnutrition, and poverty, coupled with concrete involvement to deal with effects, will, I'm sure, be pleasing in the sight of God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. 3 terrible current forces need to be defeated by all means necessary for hunger, malnutrition, and poverty to be drastically reduced, if not eradicated. The 3 terrible current diabolic forces are high food prices, severe and unseasonable weather patterns, and the global financial crisis. High food prices, severe weather fluctuations. Only last night in East India, there was a cyclone that destroyed many homes. And thirdly, as I said a moment ago, the global financial crisis, which, my friends, is in danger of getting worse, given the U.S. possible shutdown, today being the 13th day since the threat from a section of their administration. So, my friends, at this ecumenical worship service, it is my desire under God to demonstrate that we have what it takes to put if we put our minds to it, to contribute to